So when it comes to increasing the pleasure you're feeling during sex, it's really as simple as getting in your body, increasing your body awareness, increasing your presence, right? Hey, what's up guys? I'm Jonathan White. I'm here to help you master your sexual energy so you can manifest your ideal life. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon to stay notified when I release new videos and go live. Make sure you get my free ejaculation control course through the link in the video description below. In this video, I'm going to share how you can double your pleasure during sex. Now, to be honest, I don't know if we really have a way of measuring pleasure precisely, but I guarantee if you follow what I'm sharing, you're going to significantly improve the amount of pleasure during sex. You know, maybe more than double, maybe triple, quadruple, whatever. So something that's very unfortunate for men is that we've really been limited in our sexual experience. You know, we've been conditioned to experience a very, very limited ability to experience pleasure, honestly, during sex, right? There's various reasons for this. You know, there's so much shame and guilt around sex. At the same time, we're so widely stimulated through media, through porn. We learn about sex through porn. We try to recreate what we experience. For most men, the first several years of sexual experience consist of sitting on a chair tensely jerking off while staring at a computer screen, very disconnected from the body. And then even when men start having sex, they often just repeat the experiences of their masturbation habits, you know, trying to just like get to an ejaculation as quickly as possible, fantasizing about sexy images and things like that, and really disconnecting themselves from their body. So when it comes to increasing the pleasure you're feeling during sex, it's really as simple as getting in your body, increasing your body awareness, increasing your presence, right? So I could end the video here and say that, but you know, how do we actually do this, right? The truth is that, you know, most of us are really up in our heads through most of the day. The only time we're really in our bodies somewhat is, you know, when we're feeling pain or when we're having sex. But even then, it's usually just a very genital limited feeling of pleasure, right, during sex. So that's what we're going to work on changing. So there's 4 keys that I'm going to go over in this video. The first key is breath. And I've talked about this in many videos, so this may not be anything new for some of you guys, but this is so important that, you know, it is worth repeating over and over again. The more smooth and free and deep your breathing is, the more pleasure you will feel. Period. Deep belly breathing specifically creates this flow. It opens up the lower areas of the body, right? The abdomen, the pelvic floor, the diaphragm. So what happens is most men are very locked up in their pelvic floor, they're locked up in their belly, they're locked up in the diaphragm, right? Where there's tension, energy cannot flow. So when you're squeezing your pelvic floor constantly during sex, there's all this hypertension there. Your hips are really tight, your belly's always clenching, your diaphragm's stuck because you have poor breathing habits, then it's really difficult for sexual pleasure and sexual energy to move through your body. It's as simple as that. So doing belly breathing is a very simple way to start freeing up all of these areas, and that will allow you to start feeling more pleasure. It will also extend your lovemaking because this deep, slow breathing will help you to last longer as well. It helps to slow the building of arousal. You'll basically be able to sustain states of much higher pleasure for longer periods of time. So you have to train this. You have to train, you know, place your hands on your belly, breathe in, belly expands. Breathe out, belly contracts back in. Keep that going throughout, whether that's self-pleasure or sex. That is your primary focal point, is making sure that breath stays slow and deep. And I guarantee if you focus on just that alone, you're gonna have tremendous results, really keeping that breath going. It just creates more space and it helps to move the sexual energy in your body. The next key is relax. And this really ties into the breath, right? Because I was just talking about this tension that men are carrying in the body. But what I've noticed personally is that when I'm tense in any area of the body, then I'm also often tense in the genital region, specifically the pelvic floor muscles, right? And I know a lot of people say that you should squeeze your pelvic floor muscles during sex, but personally, I think this is a terrible idea. It usually increases the urgency to ejaculate. It creates this hypertension pattern. I don't recommend squeezing the pelvic floor during sex, period. So learning to relax your body deeply can really, really open you up to much deeper levels of pleasure, right? And again, just as I was saying, where there's tension in the body, energy cannot flow. So when you're really tensed up, you just don't have room basically in your body for the energy, the pleasure to spread through. So notice the next time that you're self-pleasuring or you're having sex, notice how much tension you're holding in your body. In fact, this is a good practice in itself, is just laying on the ground and just feeling your body and saying, okay, wow, my shoulders are like tense. They don't need to be. I'm just laying here. Let's release that tension and just relaxing your body. And then you integrate that into, sexual stimulation. So you notice whether you're stimulating yourself or you're with your partner, where am I starting to tense up? So your baseline is complete relaxation, which takes a bit of work to get to, right? Things like yoga, stretching, breath work, qigong, massage, body work, all these things will help you to release chronic tension patterns for your body so you can be more open. And then when you're in the sexual context, you start to notice, oh, I'm tensing up my, my pectoral muscles. Oh, I'm tensing up my belly again. Let's relax that and just focus on releasing everything. It's like you're melting into the earth. And you can still be in any sexual position, but just learn to hold yourself in that position with less tension. This is a big part of qigong, actually, is learning to hold the body and move the body with energy, not tension, not muscular strength. So focus on relaxing deeply during sex and self-pleasure, and notice how much more pleasure you can feel. And when I started doing this right away, I noticed like, wow, I have this tendency where I want to squeeze my pelvic floor, I want to squeeze my abs. And once I relax completely, I feel much more pleasure spreading through my body. And I will say here that certain physical engagements, which I teach in other materials, can help you to last longer and channel energy through your body. But in general, when you cannot relax the body, when you have really strong tension patterns, it's difficult to experience high levels of sexual pleasure. The third key is to make sound. I've talked about this in a few other videos, but basically making some sort of sound creates a vibration. It also helps you to relax more. It helps to move the sexual energy through your body. It helps you to amplify the pleasure. Making sound simply amplifies the sensation that you're feeling. It amplifies pleasure in the body. And it can also be a turn on for your partner as well. Most men are silent during sex, not very sexy. So practice making some sounds during sex. I often make more kind of animalistic guttural sounds that really vibrate the belly. So just practice that. Practice making sounds and notice how that helps you to hold more arousal and also spread pleasure through your body. It gets you more in your body, gets you more in what you're feeling and less of, this thinking mental body, right? So practice making sound. And then the fourth and final key is to expand your awareness. Awareness of your body is what I'm talking about specifically here. As I mentioned before, most men do not have much body awareness. They're usually not really feeling what's actually happening in their body. Again, unless they're in pain or they're having sex. But during sex, they're mostly just feeling what's happening in the genitals. So start to expand your awareness. Instead of focusing primarily on the genitals, focus on, oh, what do my butt cheeks feel like? What does my abdomen feel like? What does my belly feel like as I'm experiencing this pleasure? What does my chest feel like? You start to move your mind to expand more area of the body, right? Instead of just focusing solely on the genitals, focus on the entire body. Notice what's happening. This is a way to actually start redirecting some of that pleasure, because the mind guides the energy. The more expanded your mind is throughout your body, the more areas that the pleasure and the sexual energy can reach. Therefore, you will start to get into full body states of orgasm, which will take some practice. But over time, you'll start to be amazed at how much your body awareness improves, how much more pleasure you feel by just noticing what's happening throughout your body. It's hard to have a full body orgasm when you can't even feel your body. So it's a good practice of just feeling your body. And something you can do is simply, again, laying on the ground, just sweep your awareness, like focus on, oh, what does the crown of my head feel like? What does my forehead feel like? You even touch this areas. Okay, I'm feeling this, I'm feeling that. At the same time, you can relax these areas as well. So you're kind of getting multiple of these together, right? Relaxing my throat. Oh, relaxing my shoulders. Having someone massage your body is very, very good for loosening up the body and increasing your body awareness as well. Also practices like qigong and meditation to help really increase your body awareness. And something I'll actually do is not even focus at all on the genitals. Like when I'm in heightened states of arousal, just completely center my awareness on other areas of the body, like usually my upper torso, my head, even like my feet, my legs. And that helps me, first of all, contain much more arousal without going over the edge, but also my whole body gets into this orgasmic vibration. So those are your 4 keys for doubling your pleasure during sex. We've got the breath, we've got relaxation, making sound, and expanding your awareness. And really these all tie in together. The deep breathing helps you relax and helps you increase the awareness of what's happening in your body. Notice how the whole body kind of expands and contracts together as you breathe. So you inhale, take a deep breath. As you exhale, you can make a sound as you exhale. So you're incorporating that together, relaxing all tension, let it melt from your body as you exhale and make the sound. So you're incorporating all these together. And this will completely change your dynamic of sex and even, self-pleasure, whatever. Because most men are very disconnected from their bodies during sex. They're fantasizing, they're thinking about sexy images, which is overstimulating them. They're not actually feeling what's happening in their body. They're more focused on like what their partner looks like and what's happening out here. You're completely transforming your dynamic of sex. You're making it more internal, more awareness. So an increased awareness during sex equals an increased experience and perception of pleasure orgasm, and a much more satisfying sexual experience. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you want to go in depth on training in sexual kung fu practices to open up your body, circulate sexual energy freely, clear tension patterns, experience non-ejaculatory and full body orgasms, and last for hours without ejaculating, check out my 12-week course, Multi-Orgasmic Man. I'll put more information in the description of this video. Please subscribe to my channel, like this video, and leave a comment below. Have a great day, my friends.